give us your thoughts on the viability of something like that happening and how it would impact the area.
Well, I will tell you that I agree. There's more steam behind it now than probably there ever has been. And they've just, the county is really the one leading this with the Navajo Nation. They just received a $5 million grant to continue the feasibility study and taking all that front-end engineering component and getting it paid for. I can't tell you what the odds are, having played the Save the Power Plant game. The odds were never in my favor, but we do have I finally have, I think, a coalition of really important groups that are coming together to say, look, it is really necessary if we want to create sustainable economy here up in the northwest corner of the state. So there are a lot of people behind it. A lot of people want to see it happen. And the funding sources for this continue to open up. That may all change because things change when administrations change, as we are currently aware.
Sure.
But I think we're moving in the right direction.
How long is the feasibility study? I mean, is that a 2-year process, a 1-year process?
I want to say it's going to be, what did Mike Stark tell me the other day? It probably will run through this year, and hopefully early Q1 of next year, we'll have some more information.
About a year out.
Yeah.
Before we really get some traction on whether that's viable, whether it's doable and cost effective.
You're right. And so folks understand too, this rail line would not come into the city of Farmington. Dropping down that elevation off of the mesa to bring it down would almost nearly double the cost of what they see the project costing now. So this is more likely to come in to a station up by Nappy, and then have everything trained out from there.
Yeah, and that would make a lot of sense. I mean, you're not going to double the cost just to go down that short hill.
Right.
Pretty steep.
Very steep.
Be kind of scary. Hold on to your hats.
A lot of infrastructure would have to go into that.
Deal. Well, I'm thinking ranchers even from Cortez. I mean, people could be bringing stock.
Your big manufacturers like Pesco and American National, the things that they build for oil field, those need cheaper ways to get out of here. Aspen mentioned plastics. We've had groups come in and say, we'd like to build billion-dollar plastic companies essentially, but we need rail to make it effective for us. So there's a lot of opportunity, I think, that exists there, certainly for this workforce up here as well, where, I think we have the workforce for those types of activities. Yeah. I think there's a lot of really good things on the horizon. And then even on that side of town or of the county, I mean, you're talking to a lot of really big firms who want to get into the hydrogen energy game. And they're working diligently right now within the state to try and get pore space ownership components taken care of, because they want to sequester the carbon that's going to come from these plants. You also have recently a big push for data centers, as we're all using our AI and chatbots that we're talking to every day now. They need that data stored somewhere, right? Yeah. So they can they recognize the low cost of natural gas to help provide the power they need for those data centers. So those conversations are happening. Broadband is coming to Farmington. That process has already been started. A number of other companies are coming in and they want to be a part of that also. There's a lot of really cool things.
You've got a lot. You do have a huge storage need with the AI. I mean, especially when Paul's creating Yacht Rock. I mean,
Paul's creating Yacht Rock.
Yeah, tell Nate about
that. We had a podcast about AI and all that, and I said I don't know anything about it. All I know is a guy named Nick Harrison on TikTok that turns any song into Yacht Rock.
I saw one of those clips the other day.
And it's great.
And I'm trying to think what it was, a Rage Against the Machine song or something that he turned into it. Yacht Rock.
And it's great.
Yeah. It is hilarious.
Aspen's worried about the environment over there, and Paul's burning down Yacht Rock. And,
yeah.
And Shannon just won't touch the stuff. She's scared of it.
Fair enough.
So
my daughter, who's getting her master's right now, she hates AI because in all the things she's doing, grading papers, she's a graduate assistant, and how frequently she's finding these similarities between papers because people are just going to AI.
Yeah.
Which I'll get people asking me, then why are we teaching certain subjects anymore if, wow, geez, man. I mean, you got to teach people how to learn.
Yeah.
Memorization is a really important component of, keeping information.
And you want people to think and be creative.
Yes.
And, we still need those abilities.
That's right.
But if something else can do it for you.
We see it all the time in property descriptions.
Oh, yeah.
Things are nestled in a cozy cul-de-sac. And you're like, what are you talking about?
I'll just have you know, I used that before it was cool.
That's right.
I've been using Nestled in a cozy cul-de-sac for years.
Yeah.
That is a big project. The rail projects, it's worth our time and effort to get behind it and voice, certainly to the railroad companies who would be a part of it, and the state and the feds that we're needing their support on, and the tribes. But there's a lot of things that have changed in our landscape, but energy still remains a key component for how we're going to fund our future. And they're finding responsible ways to utilize that. And I think I'm very encouraged by what we're seeing.
I was looking on the website the other night and I saw the 2040 comprehensive plan.
Sure.
If you were to just kind of give us your thoughts on, take us into space a little bit, because I'm always there. These guys know that. But take us into space a little bit and come back a few years later and say, here's what this area, my vision for this area would look like. And how things have changed or evolved in maybe the next 10 or 20 years.
Well, I think I've gone through a number of cities that I believe are where I see Farmington going. I'll give you one. I mean, some of these are harder to maybe see, but I went to South Bend, Indiana to go to a Notre Dame football game. And you can see how much development has gone into that area just in the last 5 years of people putting in these facilities where it's mixed use buildings. You've got residential and you've got commercial down below. And I see a lot of opportunity, especially in our Animas district, just south of downtown, where you could really bring in some of those big components and start feeling the benefits of that, of the walkability part. You got grocery stores, you got all your services, everything in this area, and then you have the residencies up, on the top part of those buildings. I see that as being a component that's going to come here. And I think the Animas district is perfect for that. You're going to see what we're already seeing right now, is some of these housing developments taking shape. We got, the new part of the country club, that component's going up right now as we speak. You've got another gentleman who's building over there off of Mickey Drive that's been set to be developed for a number of years. That's finally happening. La Plata Ranch, going off of Pinion and La Plata. And you've got hundreds of acres over there that's already slated to be a big development that has housing and commercial as a component of it. We just need them to come back. So I think you're going to see that landscape in areas that have been planned to be developed for a long time are going to start taking shape. And that's going to open up a lot of opportunity.